So let's talk about Nope a little then.
Oh, just that hard transition into Nope. Yeah, man. Nope was a great movie directed by Jordan Peele, starring Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya, Steven Yeun.
Steven Yeun, I think is
Yeah,
how you pronounce
Brandon
it.
Perea, which he's one of our favorites. But
Yeah, he has for all those Spanish speakers out there, he's my tocayo.
oh,
We share the same name.
yeah, Angel and Angel.
I was sad. I thought they were gonna kill my boy off.
Dude, well, you know what? I really do love Jordan Peele because he does not kill off POCs
No.
for like the most part. And it's about time we get our recognition in horror, right? Like I think black people, Hispanic people, well, they did kill off Steven, what's his name? Jupe. That's Steven Yeun's character, Yoop. They did kill him off, but for the most part, POCs live in his movies. And
Well, and when we went to go watch the movie, we kept saying like, Angel, no. I hope he makes it.
yeah, no, the whole time, just because he's Hispanic, like you could say, like he's Hispanic.
And we were joking.
Yeah.
So his character I thought was funny in the whole movie. Like, imagine you going to Best Buy and, the guy who rings you up at the register is the guy who shows up to your house to install the cameras.
If that's my one knock on the movie, right? I told Angel this when we were walking out. I love the movie. It was a great movie. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But my one knock is that, dude, didn't you work at Best Buy? Who worked at Best Buy? You worked at Dick's. Okay.
No, Hector.
Yeah, imagine like the cashier shows up and is installing your product too. Like I don't think that happens, right? Tell us in the comments if it does or doesn't, but I don't think the same person like does his job.
Well, then
right?
on top of that, he was eavesdropping on him.
Oh, can you do that too? Like from Best Buy, like can you check the video? Like I'm sure you can, like set it up to like.
I'm sure you can set it up to where you have, because you're the one who installs them,
Yeah.
so you know the login.
Yeah, you know the login, and I'm
So
sure.
as long as you
yeah.
have the login,
I guess, and yeah, he's
which is
breaking some
stock.
laws.
Yeah, he was breaking some laws.
You know that's not the first time he's done that.
Well, that's
Right?
no, that's
Yeah,
not
you-
that.
yeah,
That's definitely not the first time he's done that. But it was so funny when he calls and
Like it's
he's like,
character. Yeah.
"Hey, I checked your cameras.
Yeah.
Look at that cloud."
Keke Palmer's character, Emerald, was like, "What? What would you
Yeah,
do?"
she's like, "What are you doing? Stop
Yeah.
doing that."
But yeah, man, I think Nope, like just to get more into the themes of Nope, I think it was a good movie. It's a lot about animal behavior, and bad miracles. OJ was talking about bad miracles
Bad
and all
miracles,
that.
yeah. About his dad dying.
He says that early on, but there's a lot of bad miracles in the movie. My favorite scene is the first scene. Me and Angel was also joking around during the movie. Trust me, we don't talk a lot during the movie, but when we do, we whisper. I just put that
Yeah,
out
we're not those.
there. Yeah,
guys.
we're not those guys. But I was telling him, I was like, hey, has the movie started? Because have you seen that Family Guy meme where he goes sit down a movie and then like
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
of when it just shows a bunch of different studios
and everything, and
productions,
the studios have their little like animated like whatever to like show their studio.
I do know what Family Guy skit you're talking about.
Because I saw Monkey Paw, and that's Jordan Peele's studio, right? Monkey Paw. So then I see the monkey, and like he's bloody and all that, and like in my head I was like, oh, that's a good intro for a studio, because like it's a horror studio, and like it just gets you going for the film, right? So I was like, is this part of the movie? Because like, what does it in my head? Like I've seen the trailer, so I know like kind of what it's about. So I was like, why is there a random monkey? Like, so yeah, I thought it was a studio logo first for Monkey Paw.
Yeah, I think that was the best part of the movie, when he's just terrorizing the studio and he turns back to look at the camera, but he's looking at the kid under the table.
Yes, we figured that out too during the movie, because we were like, well, that's weird that he was looking at us. And then we're like, oh my God, it's the kid underneath the table.
Yeah, it's the kid under the table he's looking at.
But yeah, one of the bad miracles.
Which is
Yoop. Yeah.
Yoop, I'm sorry.
Yoop.
Yeah.
One of the miracles was the shoe. So the reason why the monkey didn't attack Yoop was because Yoop wasn't looking at the monkey. So there's a whole theme of, if you look at a beast in the eyes, it's gonna attack you, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Jordan Peele was setting up throughout the whole movie. And he sets it up at the beginning, which I didn't notice right away. I did like look this up just to see it, because it is one of those movies where you have to figure things out for yourself. You have to it's not gonna tell you, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I think there's some good movies out there that know how to implement it. I think Nope does a good enough job where you can figure it out yourself. And I love when directors know how intelligent their audience is. But yeah, so the shoe is just standing like vertically, right, balanced perfectly, and Yoop's character is looking at it, so he's not looking at the monkey. So when the monkey turns to look at him, he's looking at the shoe.
What was the monkey's name again? Gordy.
Gordy's.
Yeah.
I also looked it up to see if it was an actual show. It's not, but there was an incident in 1995. I don't know if Jordan Peele took like
Inspiration
from
Yeah.
it. But did you see what I'm talking about?
I haven't, no.
Okay, so
but I kind of figured it was based off of some true story.
So it's not a show, but a couple in Florida, I think, of course, Florida, bought a monkey, right? And they just bought it just to have it around the house. They gave it food. They like treated it like a person. It grew up or whatever. And somebody was taking care of the monkey, and the monkey like attacked and like disfigured them. And they had to get like face surgery, skin surgery, all that whatnot. So like that also takes inspiration from that one lady that we saw in the scene.
Yeah,
that was mauled by
in that scene.
Do you think everybody died from the monkey attack?
No. From what it seems like only the older guy with the glasses died. Because they don't ever talk about him anymore. Like obviously Jupe survived.
And the girl survived. Yes.
The only other person was the lady, but they didn't bring her up.
And there was. Do you think he attacked everybody in the audience, or do you think the audience left?
They don't talk about it too much, but I'm assuming the audience had enough time to leave because it's only one monkey.
Yeah.
So
yeah, dude. In my head, that's what I was thinking.
And it's funny. We were talking about it. A lot of people don't realize how strong chimps are. I don't, because I think I'm just built different. But if I was in that situation, I wouldn't let that slide. I mean, personally, I wouldn't let that slide.
Yeah, personally, if that was me, I would have kicked that monkey's ass. But
no, I mean they're pretty big. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of one on Google. Like you can Google it, but like there's monkeys that are hairless and they're just shredded.
No, even though small monkeys have good strength.
Yeah.
Still me. I'm built different. Just
you like that?
But yeah, there's a lot of other bad miracles in the movie, and the other one is where I think OJ he figures it out, right? That you're not supposed to look at it in the eyes.
No, he figures out that it's an animal. Because remember, they kept thinking it was a UFO.
Yes.
So they
that
thought
was a good twist.
Yeah. So they thought it was a UFO. We thought it was a UFO.
Yes. I think that. Obviously, spoiler warnings, but
him being an animal wrangler, he realizes this is an animal. I know how to train animals, and I know about animal behavior, which is once again is a big theme in this movie.
Yeah.
So once he realizes it's an animal, that brings up the eye contact thing where don't look it in the eyes.
Now I remember why he remembers that. It's because at the beginning of the movie when he's doing the horse training. He tells him to get to be far away from the horse, and then the guy puts the mirror right up to the horse, and the horse goes crazy.
Yeah. And
he flashbacks to that moment, and it's like, oh, let me not look at it in the eyes. And I was telling Angel during the movie this as well. So I think Jordan Peele does a good thing to undermine horror tropes. So like a white person in that situation when he's in the car and the beast is above him, would probably get out to investigate what the hell it is or like what's going on, right? And I do think that's where Jordan Peele was going with that. If I'm wrong, Jordan Peele, please call me out on it, because it'd be great if you commented on this.
Because then that means you watched our episode.
That means that somebody's watching. But I don't know if I'm right, but I do think he set that up on purpose, because I do believe a white person in general in movies, let me just put this in movies, would go out and like, oh, let me see what's going on. Dead, right? And I do think people of color like us, we'd be like, hell, nope. Like, that's the joke, too, that he made. Like, nope. Like,
yeah, he looks up and he says, nope.
Yeah, and then he just stays in the car. And
credits roll, movie's over.
Every time they say nope.
Every time they say nope.
And credits.
And credits.
But I do think that's on purpose. And when that horse just, like, hit the windshield, that was so funny, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well... at the beginning, well, not at the beginning, but towards the beginning of the movie, when the power goes out and he goes to investigate.
The first one.
He goes to investigate in the barn, and those little kids are dressed as the aliens. I was like, this is it. Like these are the monsters. These are the aliens.
Yeah, it was pretty like in the beginning, because in my head I was like, how is he gonna get out of this?
Yeah, and that was a good little twist.
Dude, Jordan Peele does a lot of good twists like that.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Because remember, he's like looking at the one standing up.
Yeah.
And then the other one pops out of the little barn.
He's behind me, isn't he?
And it's like, oh my god, like that one got me.
It got me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you just see in the darkness, the guy pops up, right?
Yeah.
And at that moment, I'm like, oh shit! Like we're just gonna. I was like,
They're just gonna jump into it.
Yeah,
I
they're
guess.
just gonna jump into it, and I'm like, there's no way he can die right now. Like he's the main character. Like he's gotta like get out of this, right? And then I knew the guy was gonna be right behind him too, and he just punches him. I was like, oh shit, my boy got hands. Like he's got it like that.
Yeah,
He's built it for it. Like we would have done exactly what I did. But yeah, that was a good twist. I thought that was a great twist. It's the kids from Jupe's Ranch as well.
Yeah. So those are Jupe's kids who did that. But what did you think about Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya?
Oh, MVPs. I do think for like nominations, I do think Keke deserves like a nod. Like she deserves her flowers.
She did a really good job.
She deserves her flowers. I think she went through a lot as a young actress, and I don't think she got a lot of jobs that she should have gotten. And I'm really glad she was in Lightyear this past year, which I haven't watched, but I should, because now we're doing this. But it's coming out on Disney Plus. Also now sponsored in August, like 6th or something like that.
Yeah, which is next week.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting tomorrow's August. Oh, I mean, now you guys know when I film this.
Rent's due tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. And yes, what do you think? Who's the MVP for you?
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer is my MVP.
100%.
I mean, jokingly, I want to say Angel, because he's.
Oh, dude, he is the MVP. We'll talk more about the end of the movie.
But Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya did a really good job of bouncing off of each other. They worked really good together in that movie.
Yes, their personalities contrasting up to the point where like it's really good. Like Keke just has this charismatic.
She's very charismatic.
Daniel Kaluuya too, but he knows how to like act. But I think a lot of his characters have been a little. In Black Panther, he did like more of a like.
Well, his characters in Jordan Peele's movies.
Yeah, is usually more
suppressed.
reserved.
Yeah, suppressed.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I do think Daniel Kaluuya also did a great job. Jordan Peele is just an MVP, man. I do though have it third in Jordan Peele movies. I have Us, You, and Nope. But that's not a bad thing on Nope. It's just because I also like my Marvel movies. If you see them ranked, you'll see like some movies lower, and it's not because it's bad, just because there's so many great things, right? And at some point you gotta distinguish, because, well, we'll talk about it then. I do want to get through the movie first. But we were talking about Bad Miracles, but also there's another theme in the movie about getting the impossible shot.
Yeah.
And Keke Palmer, Emerald and OJ, the two main characters, that's pretty much the goal from the moment they figure out that there's something out there. They want to get money. Like that's their first thought.
And they call it the Oprah shot.
Yeah, the Oprah shot, the impossible shot, the shot that they want to get to, like get that money, right?
The shot that nobody else is gonna get.
Which we were talking about. If that was us, if a monster came up, we would get the hell out of there.
Yeah, we're not getting that impossible shot.
Yeah, hey, bro, I want to live.
Yeah, I want to live. Someone else can take that.
Yeah, I agree. And we were joking around like, oh, we'll just leave the farm. I could care less about the farm.
Yeah, it's not for me.
I just lost money, whatever. Like I just lost a couple, like 500,000. It's fine, whatever. Or try to sell it off and like, hey, what do you want to sell this for? Like so cheap? Oh, there's a alien terrorizing the grounds. all fast. But yes, it's about getting that impossible shot. And Angel Perez's character is helping them set up all the cameras and everything. And it's so funny because like the camera stopped working. There's a bug on the camera, and they're trying to get the shot. And they're just going through like the whole motion of trying to get the shot. And they try to contact the director from the beginning to help them. And he has strong words for them when they're towards the end of the movie, when they're like actually getting the shot. And TMZ comes in too, trying to get a shot too. Yeah. That was so random, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
And that guy just dies.
Does he die?
He doesn't. The guy from TMZ doesn't try getting the shot. He's there to investigate why everybody disappeared from Jupe's farm. But since they were neighbors, he was like, well, let me go over here.
No, that's not because Jupe happens earlier. That there's no way that's that fast. He came in because he said, "Hey, this area doesn't show up on Google Maps or something like that," and there's like a huge gray area or something like that above it, and he just came in. Just
well, no, because the TMZ reporter does ask what happened to Jupe's farm.
Oh, okay. That's a fast turnaround then. Well,
We
TMZ's
do
always
have
on
to
it.
go back and rewatch the movie. Well, speaking of that, like the rewatchability.
It is.
I think
I think all Jordan Peele's movies are rewatchable.
Yeah, and that's something that we take into consideration a lot when we're talking about movies.
Yeah, and how great they are. I do think rewatchability is
It's a big factor, and not just for Jordan Peele movies. This is for any
movie. Yeah, there's sucky movies out there that people consider sucky, but I rewatch all the time, and that's important for me. If I can enjoy it, yeah.
Like for me, the Harry Potter series, I never get tired of that.
Yeah, no, I agree. The Pirates of the Caribbean for me,
Yeah.
Zootopia, I was watching it on TikTok. Yeah. And that's why like those are higher on my list for like all time favorites because like you can put them on and like it's a good comfort movie. And a comfort movie I'll take over like a cinematic masterpiece, that I only watch once. Yeah. So talking about the impossible shot, there's a line where he says, where the director tells him, "You don't deserve the impossible shot." Do you know why he's telling them that? Like, do you have
like when they're on the phone?
No, when he's doing the shot, right? And
they're at the shot.
Yeah, at the shot.
Yes.
He's with Angel. And he's like, "You don't deserve the shot." He takes a camera and he goes and he's like doing the motion of capturing, and then he dies.
Yeah.
And he tells him, "You don't deserve the impossible shot." Do you have any ideas of why he would say that?
Well, it seems like, first of all, that director was very arrogant and he had a very big ego. So I think once he realized that like this thing was real, there actually was something out there, that's when he tried to capitalize on it by himself. So he was like, I need this. This is what's going to take me to the next level, which, he already was pretty big, but.
Well, he was arrogant. And I do think that, that he noticed that they weren't going out of the way to get the shot, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you think about it, he did a lot of the work. He brought the cameras. He knew where to set up the cameras.
He knew what he was doing.
Daniel Kaluuya's character, just OJ, he rode the motorcycle. But as far as like the recording goes, it was him and Angel who did the recording.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you though, Daniel Kaluuya's character OJ, when that last like him being on the motorcycle, he's out there, man. He's not scared.
No.
He does a hoodie trick to like get the beast to follow him.
Yeah.
And also let me bring up that Angel did a great job. He was about to get Aiden.
We thought he was dead.
Yeah, we thought he was
he's
dead.
dying here.
But I saw him wrapping himself in barbed wire. I was like, smart man.
Smart guy.
Latino. Of course he's smart. Why wouldn't he be? Obviously he knows what he's doing.
Well, he's dead.
It's not his first rodeo.
He's dead. Because the monster was right above him at that point.
Right above him. And he just started covering himself in
and rolls down the hill and we're like, okay.
And he's not dead.
He's not dead.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God.
Thank goodness.
I was going to walk out.
I was about to walk out and ask for my money back.
Let me talk to a manager right now.
Right now. I have a list, but still. I don't want my money,
No, but overall, great movie.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
Just going straight to so you're just talking about the end. I was going to bring up that, what was I going to bring up? Oh, well, so it comes down to OJ and Emerald and, like the monster just like turns into this big squid-like form, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is like for when predators feel threatened, they like show color and they'll to get bigger. That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
And I think at that point the animal, the alien was feeling threatened, and I think this is the first time that like, oh shit, like these guys like are tough, like I need to watch myself because OJ gives it a big what's it called? What does he initially give him? The horse, right? Or no? The horse was after.
Well, at the beginning, they give him the decoy.
Yeah, the decoy. But originally, before it turned into the beast, it turned into the beast because they gave him something, no?
Well, he ate the reporter.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe he just turns into a beast because, I don't know. Maybe at that point he knows he's getting like messed with. And it gets to a point where Emerald and OJ are on opposite sides of the big monster. And I think they're both trying to get its attention. But
Well, she's trying to get OJ to leave.
Yes.
'Cause she's on the motorcycle. So she's like, get on the bike or let's get out of here right now. And that's when OJ's character is like, no, I'm just going to stay in.
Well, because he realizes that Kiki's, I think, well, because it's going towards Kiki and Kiki can't ride the motorcycle because of electricity, right?
'Cause of
So
electricity.
he realizes that he needs to save Kiki. So then he puts the thing around, the thing comes back, and then Kiki rides off. And she goes to Jupe's little rodeo thing. And you know what we haven't talked about when the monster eats all the people?
Yeah. So Jupe was actually the first one who knew about the monster.
Yes. Yes.
They brought it up
important.
they brought that up in the movie where he had been sacrificing an animal to it for the last like 6 months, which I think is why he was buying the horses from OJ.
That makes sense. No,
Because
that does make sense.
He was really pushing for the horses. Like he wanted them all.
That makes sense. Dude, I did not even think about that until now.
Well, because like, every Friday at 1 o'clock is what he was saying. He would put the horse in that little cage and he knew it would come. That's why when it showed itself, he was like, oh, it's a little early today.
Yeah. Oh, and he was so surprised.
And he was surprised.
But that's also on top of the theme of bad miracles is where he got saved the first time, right? And I don't think he realizes with Gordy why he got saved. And I think obviously he's also suppressing a lot of trauma from that. But he doesn't learn his lesson because he just goes right back into it and attacks. It doesn't. He tempts fate again, and he thinks he can domesticate this alien, right? The way that they thought they could domesticate Gordy, and this animal. Why do you think it attacked?
Well, they did say it was just getting more aggressive, like throughout the movie. Like as the movie progressed, it was getting more aggressive. It probably was getting territorial.
All the people there.
If we have any animal behavior specialists out there, please hit up our line,
right,
and give us your thoughts on it. But he knew about the monster and he didn't say anything. Yeah, because he was trying to cash in on it, like capitalize
on it. Yeah, man. And then the final shot. Kiki Emerald gets to the Jupe's farm, or Jupe's his farm.
It's a farm. It's his attraction, but
she gets there, right, and the monster's following her. And who does the balloon? Who releases the balloon?
She releases the balloon.
Good, smart girl.
And then that's when she realizes that there's a camera here and it's not digital.
Yes, because she saw that at the beginning of the movie that was so funny. I thought that was so funny how she accidentally got in the shot for the well. Yeah. But there's a well, right? And you can spin it and it takes a picture of you looking down at the well. Yeah. And they still haven't gotten the shot up to this point, and they're still trying. I would have stopped a long time ago. Yeah. These guys are really wanting this shot, but she is like on her last legs. She's spinning, and I don't know why maybe she can't look up and see where it's at, but the first two, there's nothing. And then it just slowly moves across. Great scene. And she gets the shot and she just passes out. The reporters come in and she gets a shot. And hopefully now she's a millionaire. Cause if she's not.
Yeah. Cause that's pretty much how the movie ends. The movie ends on you see the perfect shot.
Yeah. You see the perfect shot. Is the alien dead? They kill it, right?
Yeah,
it explodes?
It dies because it eats the balloon.
Yeah. The balloon by accident.
The balloon just blows up. So.
Now, I do think, just to talk about impact, Jordan Peele does a great job of, I hope he doesn't do sequels. I hope he doesn't do remakes. I hope he doesn't do Nope 2 where we show the aliens. Because Jordan Peele had a great quote. And he said, once you see the monster, you lose that scariness.
Yeah. You lose the fear. Suspense.
Yeah. And
we talked about that on the way home.
And I think if he makes a sequel of Nope and we learn about the alien race, then it becomes less and less scary, like Us or Get Out. I think it's perfect the way it is.
All his movies have debuted at number 1.
Really?
Every single. Well, I mean, he's only got
he's directed 3, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he only has 3. It's Nope, Get Out, and Us.
What about you? Oh, use a show. Never mind.
You're thinking of all the single pronouns.
Yeah.
You're like,
no, his movies have all debuted at number 1.
Yeah. Dude, he's coming up. Him and John Krasinski are really. I do like that The Quiet Place does have a world that they're building. Yeah. That does deserve a world. I think what makes it scary, different from Nope, is that like the beats are actually scary.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's hard to make a scary
Well, they're two different
movies. Yeah.
movies, and I think they're two different genres, and we talked about that too. Like, is Nope considered a thriller or is it considered a horror movie?
I said it was horror. I think I was telling you. Go ahead.
Well, I thought it was a thriller.
Yeah.
Because then we talked about what makes a thriller, what makes a horror movie.
So for me personally, I think the difference between thriller or horror is what's it called? The extraterrestrial. No, the sci-fi. No, the that there's something going on that's not real. Like a thriller, like can happen. Like Nightcrawler, right? Nothing happens out of the ordinary except for a guy who's trying to get like film and with Jake Gyllenhaal, by the way. And it's just a thriller because there's a lot of suspense to it. And with like horror, you have like Us, it would never happen. You're not gonna clone yourself. Get Out, you can't like put your mind into another person
Yet. We're working on it right now.
And then Nope. I mean, obviously, there's not an alien. Like, you know, I think that's the main difference.
To me, it's like the suspense. Yeah. Like a thriller movie it has a lot of suspense to it. Not a lot of jump scares, you know. And I thought Nope was more on the thriller side, because like I'm not big on horror movies, and I went and watched this movie, and you know it was fine.
Yeah.
Well, you did say that like the grotesque stuff. You don't like that.
Oh, dude. There is a point in the movie where we get shown them getting ate by the alien and like the insides of the alien, and them going through his digestive system, and like I cannot see that because I hate gross things. Like if I don't want to see it, I'm not gonna see it. I'm gonna block my eyes, so I blocked my eyes.
Yeah, he did. I was there.
But I do hate those grotesque things, and let me tell you, man. I hated it.
But yeah, I mean, good movie.
Great
busy
movie.
week, like we said. We want to talk about Comic-Con a little too. We got a lot of stuff to cover, man.
Yeah, I still I was reading this, right? And I still have things for Nope. Just post Nope. So, Jordan Peele working hard, like wanting to work. He said that he wants to work more with Daniel Kaluuya, and that I think that could be a great duo in directors. You know, like we got like we got Martin and Leo, Martin Scorsese and Leo. We have Tarantino and Samuel L. Jackson, and then we also have Scorsese and Robert.
Yeah.
And I think this could be a great duo, like a people of color too, black director and an actor like duo, doing this great. Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It was
man.
a good movie.
It's for the culture and like as a Latino, like, people would understand. Maybe like white people wouldn't understand, but like seeing any race succeed is a W in my book. You know.
Yeah,